And now it's time for Poetry with Mike. This episode's a twofer, the host he did say. 2 puzzle games for the NES we're reviewing today. This show, it is certain, will have a good vibe. So please, don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at 2 puzzle games for the NES, both of them published by Second Dimension, AO and Family Picross. Each of these games come in a professionally printed cardboard box with a manual and a new injection molded cartridge. Both copies here were lent to me for review by Good Deal Games Homebrew Heaven. A link to their website and Facebook page are in the description. And if you would like to get these copies, I'll be returning them with little certificates stating that these were the ones used on the show. Feel free to message Good Deal Games asking for them if you're interested. Alright, both of these are very different. Let's start with AO. After the splash screen, we get a title screen that presents us with a singular option: press start. Doing as we're told, we're right in. AO is super simple in concept, but incredibly difficult to master. Your goal is to get the brick, as indicated by the orange block on the playfield, to the goal in a series of 33 levels. You move it with the directional buttons, and you have to imagine it as a regular construction-grade brick, with a long side and a short side. When the brick is only 1 block, it's standing on its end. When it takes up 2 blocks, it's on its side. Once you get the hang of how the brick moves, everything clicks and movement is intuitive. The playfield in Stage 1 is really basic. Get the brick to the goal as marked by the star. Later levels, though, introduce a variety of obstacles as well as helpers to get you to that goal. Below the playfield are a few things to note. First, on the left is the level you're on. Then, in the center is a timer. The timer starts at 999 in level 1 and slowly ticks down as you play. This functions as your score. Whatever number this ends at when you beat all 33 levels is your score. Note that you can keep playing when the timer reaches 0, just your score will be 0. Below all that is a very helpful legend of all the tile types that you'll come across. It should probably go without saying that falling off the board is bad. But in addition to solid floor tiles, there are weak tiles that will collapse if you rest on them standing up, drawbridges, light switches that can be activated by hitting them either standing up or on your side, heavy switches which you have to hit standing up, and finally, teleport blocks. Figuring out what you need to do in each level can be tough and will require some trial and error in most cases. Switches activate drawbridges, and finding out where a teleporter will send you is only discovered once you take it. As levels progress, easily the most difficult part of reaching the goal will be maneuvering your brick in the very limited space that you have. Often, you'll have to make big detours just to get yourself oriented properly to get to the next area of the level. Falling off the stage simply throws you back to the start of the level. There are no lives here. No pressure at all, really, aside from the timer. Reaching the goal and landing on it in the standing up position will advance you to the next stage. Play until you're stuck or you beat all 33 levels. And that's AO for the NES. I found this one to be challenging and fun while also being a pretty relaxing experience. You should be able to get through the first 10 or so stages with no problem. But things really ramp up after that, giving you plenty to struggle towards. Once you master the game, you can play for speed as well, which adds a level of replayability usually not found in these type of games. I liked it. Now, on to game 2 of the doubleheader today, Family Picross. After the splash screens here, we have a title menu that gives us the choice to start, set our options, or view the high scores. Options available to set here are how your cursor operates, your sound settings, resetting the high scores, and viewing the credits. Heading back to the main menu and choosing Start, we're prompted to enter our name, and then we can select which music track we want before starting a new game or continuing one with a password. Starting a new game, we get the information of the puzzle we're going to face, including, most importantly, the time limit. Family Picross is just like any Picross game that you may have played before, where you have to create images by choosing which blocks to fill in based on the information you have. That information comes in the form of two groups of numbers, one at the top of the grid and one at the side. Each line of numbers indicates how many squares in that row or column need to be colored in. If it's a single number, that means that the colored squares are together. However, if it shows you multiple numbers, that indicates that there are gaps between them. For example, if a row says 3, that means 3 squares will be colored in a cluster. Alternatively, if a row says 1, 2, 1, that means 4 squares will be filled in with unfilled squares between them. So if there were 6 squares in that row, the sequence would be 1 filled in, 1 blank, 2 filled in, 1 blank, and then the last one filled in. It's quite intuitive once you get playing, but as you advance, the grid gets bigger and bigger, making it really difficult to fill in properly. Thankfully, if you really get stuck, Family Picross also comes with a solutions guide for all 128 levels. The controls are simple. In fact, if you've ever played Minesweeper, you'll be right at home here. Move your cursor with the D-pad and press A to fill in a square. If you accidentally fill in one that you didn't mean to, pressing A again will remove it. You can also mark squares as blank by pressing B to place or remove a cross. These function kind of like the flags in Minesweeper and don't need to be there. They just serve to help you keep better track of things. At the top left of each stage is your current score, the top score, and your timer for the level. When you complete a level, you're rewarded points based on the amount of time you have left, and a sign tells you what the image you just made was. Rest in peace, Nintendo age. You're then prompted to press Start in order to advance and get the info screen for the next stage. Make sure to write down the password here in order to be able to continue later. And that's Family Picross for the NES. I've never been the biggest fan of Picross games, but if you are, this is definitely a solid one with loads of levels for you to play. It's surprisingly full-featured as well, with play options and a password system. If you like these kind of games, I recommend it. Both of these were solid puzzle games that will definitely scratch that brain teaser itch. I had fun playing both of them. Remember, if you want to buy one or both of these with a certificate that they were the ones used in this review, send a message to Michael Thomason of Good Deal Games Homebrew Heaven asking to reserve them. And when I give them back to him, they'll be yours. Link in the description below. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it, and thank you so much to my channel members. I appreciate your support so much. As always, my contact info is in the description, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.